Hello everyone. I want to take this opportunity to do another hashtag Hammer Moments. And today I'm going to have a conversation with Staff Sergeant Collins in reference to This Is My Squad and some things that he's doing. Then I'm going to finish that up with a conversation with First Sergeant Nicholson. It is a somewhat cloudy day here in Texas, so we're just going to sit out. I know I don't have on my headgear, but again, it's all about having a nice relaxed conversation, just get a check on the pulse, see how things are going, and kind of get some insight from Staff Sergeant Collins. All right, so Sergeant Collins, what I want to do, like I said earlier, is just kind of talk about, TIMS, This Is My Spot, one of the Sergeant Majors of the Army's initiative, and kind of get your take on what you're doing with your squad during this COVID-19 exercise. Can you elaborate for us a little bit?
So I had a packet built to teach the soldiers a little bit more about what the higher ups do in the military and what part of my job is, and that's the critical path method and the early start schedule. It kind of molds them for moving on to a higher position.
Right. Okay, and so what kind of interaction are you receiving from your squad as you're doing this social distancing teaching?
The social distancing teaching is a little bit difficult, but at the same time, we were able to overcome it by actually using FaceTime on my whole squad has an iPhone.
Okay.
It's a little bit easier than trying to do everybody download Zoom or another app that would
All right, so did everybody agree that it was okay to use FaceTime, or did you have to say, hey, I want you to do X, Y, and Z, or was it more your squad wanted to come together collectively to kind of help with the mentorship, the teaching, and the knowledge base? Because again, you're Staff Sergeant United States Army, so you have a lot of years of experience. So how did your squad kind of levitate toward using FaceTime?
So I tried to do the Zoom thing, Sergeant Major, and that's when one of my actual team leaders came up, and he's the one that stated that everybody had the Apple phones, so it was easier for us just to do the FaceTime versus another one where somebody would have to download the app. And the entire squad actually agreed to do that instead of a different one.
Okay, all right. So how long have you been in the military?
So I've been in the military for going on 16 years.
16 years?
16.
All right, cool. How long have you been a staff sergeant?
I've been a staff sergeant since 2015.
2015?
As soon as I got promoted, I got scooped up to be an instructor at Fort Lauderdale.
So instructing is kind of your one of the things you enjoy doing, then?
I never thought that I'd like doing it, Sergeant Major.
Right.
But when I became an instructor, it made me realize that teaching is something that I actually really enjoy doing.
So there are a lot of NCOs that don't understand the importance of teaching. And the simple fact is not really matter that I'm the senior and you're, one of the subordinates. It's really that open dialogue back between you and the person you're communicating with. And there's certain things that you might bring to the conversation. There's certain things they can bring to the conversation. So I am glad that you are learning, you enjoy teaching, and I'm even more glad, and I know there isn't such a word, I'm glad let's really be politically incorrect right about now, that COVID-19 is hit, because what it's doing is forcing you to think outside the box.
Yes, sir.
And so that's what I appreciate with what you're doing. So, like I said earlier, I just wanted to kind of highlight some things you're doing within 104th. I appreciate your initiative as far as This Is My Squad and how you're teaching your troops. And so, is there anything else that I can do for you? If there's anything you would like to say to, the rest of the Hammer Battalion?
I believe everybody's doing a great job during this COVID-19 time that we're having right now. My grandchildren's probably going to read about this books. So everybody keep up the good work, tough it out, keep doing what you're doing.
Okay. Appreciate that. All right, thanks. So I just finished my conversation with Staff Sergeant Collins, and now I'm going to have a conversation with First Sergeant Nicholson with 104th. And my question for you is this, First Sergeant. With my conversation with Staff Sergeant Collins, he was talking about This Is My Squad and how he's been given liberty to coach, teach, and mentor his squad within the COVID-19 social distancing stance that the Department of the Army has put out. What guidelines or what things have you established as the First Sergeant of 104 to kind of give them that freedom of maneuver so they don't feel constrained by the fact that I can't teach hands-on wise, but you're still allowing them to bring them in for PT, bring them in to do X, Y, and Z, based off a schedule that they initiate.
Good morning, Sergeant Major. I think our guidance was pretty clear. Just stay clear, within the 6 feet limit, and from there they had the ability to use any media platform they could find to get the message across. I think Staff Sergeant Collins kind of made a great leap at the opportunity to do it over the Zoom facility. But good feedback. The soldiers are learning, and with that, in the endemic, the soldiers still like I want to learn more. So I think he closed the gap on the distance COVID, and he's still getting into readiness on it.
Okay. All right. So, like I said earlier, I just kind of wanted to highlight some of the things that one of Fourth is doing. What thoughts, if any, you would like to say to the rest of the Hammer Battalion, as far as maybe some TTPs you're using, or if nothing else, maybe just let them know to continue to stay safe, continue to do the right things to keep themselves protected, because at the end of the day, should the call come, we have to be ready to, defend this great nation of ours.
Sergeant Major, I would say to the Hammer Nation and the Hammer Battalion, keep your head up, stay mentally strong. I think that's the biggest thing we're trying to get after with our soldiers being isolated in the barracks, is to call someone, talk to someone, and get after readiness any way they can safely with the guidelines set. Just wash your hands.
All right, cool. All right, Hammer Battalion, again, this has just been another hashtag Hammer Moments. Thank you for your time. Thanks, First Sergeant.